What is going on, guys? Welcome to Greggles TV. In this video, we're gonna go through the 5 best things to do on your Galaxy Z Fold 3. You have this huge, humongous display, this amazing phone, and there's probably things that you definitely already know what to do and how to do, but maybe some of these things you don't even tried or haven't tried. So let's go through the 5 best things to do on this phone. The first one is really, really special. It's special because of the fact when you look at the Galaxy Z Fold 3 and you hold it in your hand, what does it feel like in your hands? Like, what does it feel like it's the same size as? Maybe a paperback book or any kind of book for that matter? Well, how about that? How about reading a book on the Galaxy Z Fold 3? Think of it like this. You're at the beach, you're by the pool, you're on the train, you're traveling, you're on an airplane, whatever you're doing, hopefully safely. What about this right here? Reading a book when you're doing those things. Like, how immersive and how beautiful is that? You got your whole amazing, beautiful display. It's backlit, so you don't have to worry about reading this in the direct sunlight or even at night. It's always gonna be awesome. You can make this basically any color you want, from a black background to a white background to a yellowish background. I'm using the Amazon Kindle app right now. It's just so amazing to be able to read paid books, free books, whatever. This is seriously amazing. One of the best experiences if you're gonna read a book, you're gonna wanna read it on a Galaxy Z Fold 3. It's definitely probably one of its strongest points, but probably not a point a lot of people think about, because I don't know, do people still read books? I know I personally don't really read that many books, maybe one a year, maybe one every 5 years, but I will read one every so often. And this just really captures your imagination with being and feeling like you're inside the book because of how big the display is. You can see almost the whole page of real-time features of a book. So try it out. If you have a Galaxy Z Fold 3, read a book on there. You're really, really gonna love it. Speaking of having fun, also feeling safe while you're having fun is super important. And today's sponsor, Trend Micro's mobile security app, will do that just for you. Want to check for viruses? It can do that with the click of a button. It'll check your entire phone to see if you have any viruses. Another cool feature is WebGuard. WebGuard's going to protect you when you're using the inbuilt browsers in certain apps from heading into danger. Another cool one is Fraud Buster. It's going to prevent you from clicking on those crazy links that you get sometimes via text message. My personal favorite one is Parental Controls. What this does is stop my son from going into websites or even social media apps or any app that I want from him to be not going into with the click of a button. So for instance, maybe I don't want him to go into Amazon, so I tap that, it's automatically in there. And if he accidentally or purposely goes into Amazon, it's gonna bring up a password or my fingerprint in order to use that app. I can even set parameters on certain websites as well, again, with the click of a button. So if you wanna download Trend Micro's mobile security app and start your trial today, it's linked down below, check it out. Number 2 is pretty obvious. You have this huge display, watching videos. That's right, watching videos is super amazing on this phone. You got your video loaded up, you're immersed in this huge display, you have it standing up, maybe with a pop socket or a ring holder of some sort, or maybe it's just in a case that has a kickstand and you're watching videos. Like, you're immersed in this. You wanna make it large, you can make it fill the whole display. This is great if what you're watching is completely centered inside of the display, or even if you're watching something really, really old, like something from the 80s or the 90s where we didn't have a lot of widescreen content. This totally fills that gap. Now, I'll be honest, I watch everything from YouTube TV on this, Netflix, a ton of YouTube. My wife watches Korean dramas all day long with her Galaxy Z Fold 3. So just think of the possibilities of pretty much watching any video content you want, just like you could on your phone, but like timesing it by 3 or 4 or 5 or something, just to improve and get more lost in this display. It's really one of the better things to do on a phone, especially this phone, is watch video. I'm not a big gamer, especially on phones, but when I do game, one of the things I love to do is I love to game on the Galaxy Z Fold 3 because of how big the display is. And when I do play games, it's mostly like word type games, but I know people that are playing their Xbox streaming collection on here. You can stream your PlayStation games on here. You can play, high quality AAA Android games on here. You can do a lot of stuff on this huge display, and you never ever feel like you're missing a beat because you have this awesome, huge display to really get lost in, to have gaming what it should be on a mobile device. This is seriously not only one of the most powerful devices on Android, but also one of the best devices to game on. So if you want full screen potential gaming that's gonna make you feel like you're using maybe a small TV or a small tablet, this is definitely the one to get. Multitasking, AKA multi-windows, on the Galaxy Z Fold 3 is amazing. Really awesome, really, really fun, and really easy to do. Swipe over and you have your little dock here, and you can set it up so you can have and launch 3 apps all at once, or you can do 1 at a time, or whatever, 2 at a time, whatever you want. And ultimately you can have up to 8 or 9 windows open at once. That's with floating windows and everything else. It's awesome. It's so much fun to come in here, load this up. You got split screen if you want, and then if you want, you can drag in another window. Yeah, I want my Instagram at the bottom here, so I can have Instagram open, Twitter, YouTube. I could have Reddit open on there. I can websites, whatever I want. I'll even drag in a website, like I said down here, which would be a floating window, and I can come on here and surf a website while I'm watching a video and looking at Twitter and whatever you want. Again, you can have up to 8 or 9 windows. It's a little bit too much with 8 or 9 windows, but I think 4 perfectly fine to do with. 3 is good. 2 is obviously the best because you get more real estate, but seriously amazing. Remember, you're doing everything from looking at a phone number that is written in a text. Maybe you can't copy it for some reason, and you just want to type it into your caller, or maybe you want to look at your Twitter while you're watching a video, whatever. There's so many possibilities to do with multitasking / multi-windowing on this phone, because things don't get too small. They get awesome sized. And the last one is the S Pen. The S Pen has been a staple of certain Galaxy phones for years, and now it's trickling its way through the Galaxy S line, and now, for the first time ever, on the Z Fold 3. Think about this, signing contracts with your free hand, or really easily screenwriting a screenshot. You got your screenshot, you point to something on here, this here, and the person has it, very easy to find. S Pen does that. Or maybe you just don't feel like touching your display with your finger. Your fingers are dirty, or you just like navigating better with an S Pen. You can do that. You can do everything with this S Pen from what you would do. Obviously with your finger, you get the same smoothness, same awesomeness, but you can also easily write on the display. You can take notes, sign contracts, do pretty much everything. And the S Pen, again, very rare on phones. So there you guys go. Those are my 5 best things to do on the Galaxy Z Fold 3. If I missed something, let me know in the comments down below. Thanks for watching. We'll see you guys down the road. Peace.